Whenever you develop a new website, you do something called beta testing, right? That's when you have a whole bunch of people come on down and they check out the website. They try to actually break it. Well, many years ago, we were beta testing a brand new and improved Komando.com. And we went out to the audience. We said, hey, listen, if you want to be an official beta tester, just come on down, fill out the form, and then you can help us try to break the new Komando.com. Now, among the beta testers, there was a teenage boy by the name of Andrew. Well, Andrew has obviously grown up, and when you've been on the air as long as I have, you actually see people transition into various stages of their lives. Well, Andrew was just a teenager when I met him, but now he's Father Andrew, and joining us on the Skype line is Father Andrew Kinsetter from Wyoming. Hi there, Father Andrew.
Hi, Kim.
And I think it's so fascinating how you actually got introduced to the show through Aunt Kay. Can you tell us the story?
Yeah, so it's an awesome story. My Aunt Kay was an avid listener of the Kim Komando show. And she wasn't necessarily tech savvy, but she would always listen to the show, but she would record it on a cassette tape because she would drive to work. Right. So we don't even hardly know what that is anymore in today's world, but she would record it on a cassette tape and listen to it on her commute to and from work. And so when I was out visiting for our summer vacation, she knew that I was into technology and thought that I might be interested in this show called the Kim Komando Show. Of course, I had no idea who Kim was at the time, and thought, oh, why not? I'll give it a listen. And so I brought those cassette tapes home, and needless to say, I've been a fan and I've been hooked ever since.
Well, thank you so much for that. And what was really cool is that you and Aunt Kay actually came down to Phoenix, and we all met. And then at that time, you were actually going to study computer technology, right?
Correct. Yeah, I was 17 at that point and was considering going into computer science when I graduated. In fact, I called the show when I was a junior in high school and asked your opinion on what laptop to get. And of course, didn't actually get a laptop because the school provided me one. Either way, so all the beta testers flew out to Phoenix, and I had to explain to my parents that I met these random people on the internet. I was going to go to Phoenix, and I wanted to meet with them. And as a 17-year-old, I had to convince my parents that this was okay to do. But it was great because Aunt Kay got to go with me. She flew down there, and we all got to meet up with you guys. And I did go to college for computer science for 3 years, but it just wasn't sitting well with me. It wasn't quite fulfilling. I wasn't quite happy. I enjoyed what I was doing. I was doing computer programming, but there was just this spark that was missing.
Right. I mean, so you weren't really like into it and passionate about it.
Right. So I was good at it. I was getting straight A's, but there wasn't this passion for it. And where I found the passion was when I was helping out at the cathedral in Rapid City. I was helping out with youth retreats, and I was attending the different college-age retreats, and I was just really finding a lot of joy and passion there. And of course, I've been a Catholic my entire life, so going to Mass every weekend was just something that I was doing anyway. And so I found more joy doing things with the church. Even though, of course, I'm passionate about technology, I wasn't quite looking at technology as my career path.
But what's really great now is you have actually combined it all together, right?
Yeah. So it's been just a phenomenal 10 years, or 15 years rather. And to see how God has kind of placed me in different positions and connected me with different people and put me on this path where I jumped into seminary and studied philosophy and theology for 6 years. I was ordained in May of 2016 for the Diocese of Cheyenne here in Wyoming. And I have built a website for my first parish. And now I'm currently at the cathedral in Cheyenne. And of course, I'm known to be good with technology around the office. But an opportunity came up just about a month ago where I was listening to one of the podcasts that I do listen to, The Secrets of Technology. It's a podcast produced by the SQPN. It's the StarQuest Production Network. It's a Catholic nonprofit organization that produces podcasts that intersect faith and pop culture. And so they had just developed this new podcast called The Secrets of Technology, where they look at technology news, technology topics from a Catholic point of view. Not that only Catholics would benefit from listening to these shows, but rather it's meant for everyone. We're just approaching it from a Catholic point of view. And so a priest friend of mine actually texted me and said, "Hey, they're still looking for another co-host. You should probably, maybe get on board with this." And so I kind of thought, okay, yeah, I would love to, but I just didn't think that it was something that maybe they would want me to. But I emailed the CEO, and the next morning got an email response saying, "Yeah, we'd love to have you." And
that's awesome. That's amazing. That's great. Yeah. And so what's the name of your podcast?
So the podcast that I joined as a co-host
you did
is
join
Secrets of Technology.
That's awesome. So what are some topics that you guys cover?
So we've covered things from tech addiction. That was actually the one before I joined. They talked about tech addiction. One that I recently joined in was it was the 30th anniversary of the Game Boy just on Easter Sunday. And so we just talked about the evolution of gaming and our relation to it and how it can fit into our lives. We've talked about the perhaps annoying, perhaps not, algorithm that shows you related videos when you're on YouTube, and whether or not those related videos are what you should be watching or shouldn't be watching.
Which, those algorithms, that, Father Andrew, they don't always quite work the way that it should be working. Well, you know what? Well, congratulations. We'll post a link to your podcast over at komando.com. And I'm so glad to hear that you're doing so well. And you have to come to Phoenix.
I would love to get back down to Phoenix. It's just a bit of a drive from Wyoming, but I fully plan to again, and we'll have to wait till summer backs off a little bit.
Well, the big thing about summer in Phoenix is that, it's 123 degrees. So you always get like really, really good hotel rates. And if you play golf, it's like they actually they'll pay you to play golf, okay, just because it's so hot. Give your family my regards, as always.
I will.
And thank you again for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. This was a great thing to share.
And you see, folks, this is one of the things that I love about hosting the Kim Komando Show, is that we can really have a dramatic impact on people's lives. And if you have a story to tell, let me know. Head over to komando.com, and at the bottom of every page, there's a link that says Contact Us, and the link that you want to hit there is Ask Kim. I'm the only person that reads that email, by the way. So again, komando.com, and hit the link that says Contact Us. Hey, thanks for watching. Now, a few things. Don't forget to click the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. And for more digital know-how, check out all these other great links.